Alright, hey guys, thanks for joining me. Welcome to Concrete Step Pour Part 15. Alright guys, so this is part 15 of a series of videos that I've made on how to pour and finish concrete steps and a landing. And in this video, I'm going to be finishing control joints and doing some broom finishing as well. So let's get started. Alright, so this is a knee board and it allows you to walk on the setting concrete, allows you to get around and finish areas that you can't quite get to because the concrete's just setting up. So it's a great little tool to have. These are plastic with foam knee pads there. Alright guys, now so I like to keep a level handy, especially with multiple slope type of projects where you really want the water to go in a certain direction. It's just great to check twice before you broom finish. Alright, so this little corner here where the control joint meets the driveway and the corner of the house, I'm just going to take a little bit more time to fill that area in and make sure that it looks good, and not only that, that the control joint is deep enough. So I actually like to edge the entire slab 3 times. First time when it's installed, second time a little bit later, right about now. I'm actually put it in the second edge and also finishing the edging as well. And then after this, after I'm floating the surface like this, basically I'm just going to go through that pad one more time, close everything up, make it nice and smooth, and get rid of the knee float pad marks, and then broom finish it. Then I'll put a third edge on and that'll be it. So what I'm doing is just floating it out with a magnesium float, just making the surface nice and smooth, and you know, allowing it to get to the point where I can put a broom finish on it. Yeah, personally I really like the knee pads. They're great for getting on top of the concrete and just getting the small details. Sometimes there's areas you can't really get with a stand-up hand float, and this is just great because you can get on and just float it out, and also check the surface because sometimes you can't see all the way out in the middle of the pad, so it's good to be able to go through it and just perfect it or try to perfect it, and save your knees at the same time. Alright guys, so at this point the concrete is pretty firm, and you know, the float pads I had on there were picking up the surface a little bit, and that's a real red flag when that concrete starts being picked up by the knee pads on it. That means it's time to really go and really start finishing the concrete much quicker. So here I'm just going to speed it up This is regular speed, but I'm really trying to close this up as fast as I can because the concrete is setting up. And in order to get a nice broom finish on it, consistent, you know, it's got to be at a good texture to do that. Also, the other thing I just wanted to mention is that this is a point where some people will want to throw water on the concrete, and that's the worst time to put water on it, is right now. You know, you want to finish the concrete. It's a little bit more difficult to do, to get it closed up. It takes a little bit more muscle to get these edges done, but at the end of the day, you're going to have a stronger, longer lasting pad and a better finish if you don't spray water on it. So I really highly recommend not to put water on there right now. One option is get a really good parge mix with a little bit of bonding agent if you want a bit more cream. If you're running into an issue like that where you can't close it up, maybe the weather or something like that's really setting it up. Now this day when I poured this concrete, the wind really picked up. The sun was really close to the earth. You can see the leaves just blowing by here. The wind can really speed up the setting time of your concrete and affect the texture as well. So I mean, you know, but I mean, one option is to use maybe a little bit of a parge mix to do that, just to mix it up and give you a bit more cream. Now, I've never done this. I don't recommend it, but it's always something to try, and I could do that in one of the videos. Alright guys, so now what I'm doing is I'm just broom finishing the concrete, and I'm just going to go back and forth to get a nice smooth broom, and just work it back and forth here. So I'm using an aluminum broom and just a metal handle. Great handy little setup here, and basically what I'm doing is just going back and forth to make sure that I get a smooth surface. So when you're broom finishing concrete, you kind of want to drop the broom down like a plane lands and pick it up just like a plane takes off. That similar sort of motion. You don't want to drive the broom in it too hard because it'll leave a line in the concrete and it just doesn't look good. Alright guys, so what I'm doing right now is just touching up some of the edges that I couldn't get the broom to. You can see this sort of half moon shape to this pad. It's hard to broom the concrete when it's on this kind of angle, so I'm just going to go through and touch up some of the little areas and clean up the driveway as well so nothing blows across there. And right now I'm just going to quickly go through this. This is real time. And I'm just going to edge this pad as fast as I can because this is it 5 minutes, 10 minutes from now, and this is going to be very, very difficult to edge. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. I want to know what you think about the videos. You know, leave a comment, whatever it is, good, bad, ugly, I don't care. Just leave a comment. Also, if you like the videos, please share with your friends and family, and also subscribe. Hit that subscribe button, And I'd love to hear your feedback, guys. And if you're in the Waterloo region area, I do concrete work in Kitchener, Waterloo, Cambridge, and Guelph. If you need help with any concrete projects, give me a call at theartofconcrete.ca. Thanks, guys, for watching, and have yourself a great day.